You think love is enough? You think chemistry means compatibility? You think the feeling will carry you through the next 50 years? That is the lie most couples walk into marriage believing, and nobody corrects it until it is too late. When I proposed to my wife, I had a ring, a plan, and butterflies. What I did not have was a clear understanding of what I had just started. I thought courtship was the romantic season before the wedding. The dates, the conversations, the excitement of knowing someone had said yes. It took me several months into the courtship to realize I was doing it without a roadmap and nearly paid the price for it. If you are currently in a courtship or about to propose or waiting for somebody to propose to you, this teaching is for you because most people start courting without knowing what courtship actually is, without knowing when it actually begins, and without knowing what it is supposed to do. Today, I want to change that. Stay with me till the end because in the second half of this teaching, I am going to give you 5 questions that will tell you more about your compatibility than 6 months of guesswork will ever do. My name is Samuel Abraham, relationship educator, mentor, author, married 20 years this August. I have been teaching Smart Courtship for close to 20 years, and the first question I ask couples is this: are you courting or are you just together? Because there is a difference. Here's my definition of courtship, and I want you to write it down. Courtship is a window of time between a marriage proposal and the exchange of vows, during which intending couples deliberately engage themselves in a series of healthy interactions with the aim of probing intentions, making connections, growing together, establishing convictions, and preparing for the future together. Let me say that again simply. Courtship is a deliberate season between a yes and an I do. It is not a feeling, it is not a relationship status, it is a purposeful process with a clear beginning and a clear destination. So, based on that definition, are you in courtship or are you in something else you have been calling courtship? Drop a comment below. Type 1 for courtship, type 2 for something else. And stay with me till the end of this video because I am going to give you 5 questions that will tell you more about your compatibility than 6 months of guessing. If you want them as a PDF to walk through with your partner, I will tell you how to get that before we finish. Now, I want to address something important because I have seen it cause real confusion. It doesn't matter whether you know it or not. Your courtship began the moment you proposed and got a positive response. Not when you started having deep conversations, not when you met the parents, not when you started feeling serious. The moment a proposal was made and accepted, courtship began. And this means something equally important. If you cannot clearly declare your status in a relationship, you need to stop and clarify. Are you courting or not? Was there a clear proposal and a response? A positive response, of course. If your status is not defined, do not continue because undefined relationships are where people get hurt, where emotions run ahead of commitment, where years are wasted on something that was never going anywhere. Define your status before you go one step further. Have you ever seen a shoe in a store that you could not stop looking at? And as much as you wanted to pay for it and make it yours, you tried it on first, right? Because trying a shoe to see if it fits is standard practice. But there is what is also standard practice. You cannot walk out of that store without paying for it. Your trial has boundaries. Courtship is that brief trial period to see if your partner fits. You outline the pros and the cons. You revalidate your choice before you hit the altar because biblical marriage has a no return policy once you have paid for it. This is why you must maximize your courtship. This is why you must ensure you're taking the right steps. No one is perfect, but if during courtship your partner is found seriously wanting, you are strongly advised not to proceed to marriage. Some things you will work out together, but others you may not. and the outcome in most cases depends on the humility and teachability of both partners. Luke 14 verses 28 to 30. For which of you, wishing to build a farm building, does not sit down first and calculate the cost to see whether he has sufficient means to finish it? Otherwise, when he has laid the foundation and is unable to complete the building, all who see it will begin to mock and jeer at him, saying, "This man began to build and was not able to finish." That is a courtship scripture, my friend. A productive courtship should be able to tell you whether both of you are able to build a home together. It will show if you're hopping without counting the cost. Courtship is where you count the cost before the vows, before the rings, before the children, before the years cannot be taken back. Count the cost, my friend. Why is courtship important? Let me give you 6 reasons. Number 1, it gives you a chance to truly know each other. Diving headlong into marriage is extremely risky because people can act differently in serious relationships, whether they be childhood friends, classmates at school, or even next door neighbors. Courtship gives you the updated version of who you're dealing with. Reason number 2, it builds your convictions. Many people say yes even when their level of conviction isn't 100%. During courtship, your conviction will either grow or decline. Do not ignore what your conviction is telling you. Reason 3, it helps you plan and count the cost together. Your finances, your vision, your values. Courtship is where you align before the altar. Reason number 4, it connects you to your partner's family. In our African culture, you're not just getting married to a person, you are entering a family. Courtship is where that connection begins. And if you stay sharp, you might know those who like you and those who don't. Courtship gives you an opportunity to see the good, the bad, the ugly, the real situation you're going to be living in for the next 30, 40, 50 years. So stay sharp. Reason 5, courtship creates room for necessary adjustments. And here is why it matters more than people realize. When a person knows that this relationship will not end in marriage unless certain things change, they have a real motivation to change. Not pressure, motivation. The kind that comes from knowing something worth keeping is at stake. If your partner refuses to make the adjustments, you have discovered something critical before the vows, and you can end the relationship honorably. No covenant broken, no marriage destroyed, no family torn apart. Just 2 people who discovered in the right season that they were not meant for each other. That is not a failure. That's courtship doing exactly what it was designed to do. Reason 6, courtship reduces surprises in marriage. As much as you may never know this person completely, not even in 10 years of marriage. That's a different conversation altogether. But courtship gives you the room to discover a lot. And I want you to hear this carefully, because this one point alone could save your marriage before it starts. Every conversation you avoid in courtship, you will have in marriage. Not calmly, not over a cup of coffee. No, not in a quiet moment of mutual understanding. You will have it in conflict, in the middle of an argument at 2 a.m. when emotions are high and patience is gone. The money conversations you keep postponing becomes a financial crisis in marriage. The family background conversation you are afraid to have becomes a pattern your children will inherit. The conflict style conversation nobody wants to start becomes the argument you keep having year in, year out, without resolution. Courtship is the only season where surprises can be discovered safely before they become a crisis, before they become habits, before they become generational. Do not waste this season avoiding hard conversations. Every difficult conversation in courtship is a crisis you will never have to face in marriage. Now, I promised you something at the beginning of this teaching. 5 questions that will tell you more about your compatibility than 6 months of guessing. This is chapter 2 of Smart Courtship. These 5 questions are so important. I have put them into a PDF assessment you can walk through with your partner. Just comment ready below and I will send it to your DM. Now let's get into it. Question 1, vision alignment. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Professionally, geographically, spiritually? Not where do you hope to be, where do you genuinely see yourself? Because two people who cannot walk in the same direction cannot build the same in the same place. Amos 3:3 says, "Can two walk together unless you are agreed?" Question 2. Family design. How many children do you want? How do you want to raise them? What values will your home be built on? These are not romantic questions. These are architectural questions. You are designing a home, not planning a date. Question 3. Conflict style. When you are hurt, what do you do? Do you speak? Do you shut down? Do you leave the room? Watch how your partner handles conflict with you during courtship. That is how they will handle it in marriage. So what you see now, amplified, is what you will live with. Question 4. Financial values. Are you a spender or a saver? How do you handle debts? Who manages money in the home? Money is one of the top 3 reasons marriages end. Courtship is where you have the money conversation safely before it becomes a weapon or a crisis. Question 5. Spiritual foundation. Is your faith a lifestyle or a label? Do you pray together? Are you growing in the same direction spiritually? What really do you believe? What do you believe about God? What do you believe about people? What do you believe a wife should be or a husband should be? Two people who are spiritually misaligned will eventually find that misalignment in every other area of their lives. The deepest compatibility is not emotional, financial, or physical. It is spiritual. When two people are rooted in the same source, everything else has a foundation to grow from. Ecclesiastes 4:12 says, "A threefold cord cannot easily be broken." And guess what? God is the first factor, and you two make the second and the third. Finally, I want to speak to someone watching this right now. You are in something you have been calling courtship, but you have never defined it clearly. You have never had the vision conversation, the money conversation, or the children conversation. You have been hoping the feelings will carry you through. Feelings are not a foundation, they are a fire. And a fire without structure burns everything down. Build the structure first. Next week, we go deeper into God's original design for marriage and why understanding it changes everything about how you choose a person. Subscribe so you do not miss it. If you want the full compatibility assessment as a PDF, comment ready below. I will send it to your DMs. If this series is helping you, share it with one couple in courtship right now. They need it more than you know. The cycle ends with you, the legacy begins with you. I am Samuel Abraham. I will see you next Thursday.